Travel is where most diets break, and it's not because of discipline. I'm 43 living in Thailand, and I've had to figure this out through many long international trips. Today I'd like to share with you 5 points I've been learning about long international flights and eating a strict diet. First, airports aren't really designed for your healthy diet in mind. Number one is convenience. Of course, all the foods that are going to be at the airport are going to be quick, takeaway, convenience foods. Many of them are going to be processed foods and also just packed with seed oils and other things that just don't make you feel good. Second, it's not really an issue of one bad meal, but it's that compounding meals over time, the stacking of meals that lead to bigger compromises over time. Third, travel stress. We all have it. Even though that you might be a seasoned traveler, there's things you need to think about, you need to prepare for, and it is these travel stress plus unfamiliar foods that can lead to worse reactions. In my case, I recently traveled on Singapore Airlines in the economy class, and I had to prepare myself. What foods would I take with me? What foods would I buy at the airport? And even what drinks I would take with me, such as electrolyte packets that I could drink in my water to keep me hydrated, but also not too hydrated so that I have to get up and use the toilet all the time on the airplane. Also, I stopped trying to be perfect in everything I eat while I'm traveling long distance. Perfection is the enemy of progress. If you're making progress, if you're overcoming obstacles, it's great. You can go guilt-free and you can enjoy your travels. Of course, when you don't feel well on an airplane, it's even worse. For me, I have a simple system. First, prioritize getting my protein in. 2, avoiding seed oils or processed foods. Avoiding these obvious triggers for me, again, is gluten. And 4th, accepting there are imperfections while traveling long flights or long distances. Now, I didn't really have time to go sit down at a nice restaurant, order a steak or things like that, but instead I decided, okay, what is the best option for me here? I know I can order the triple cheeseburger or quarter pounder or whatever it was and just eat the meat and the greens, and that's it. And the result of that was I felt great. I felt no digestive issues and I felt very satisfied. Of course, you're paying for it, but it is convenience that you're paying for. And finally, preparation matters more than motivation. What I bring or plan to eat along the way changes everything. One of the things that I really try to focus a lot on is having my electrolyte powder drinks and also just being able to have jerky, or I'll allow myself to eat nuts and seeds or even boiled eggs while I'm traveling. For me, those things don't affect my stomach in a negative way. And then finally is that for me, when I get on the airplane, is I know that there's going to be a couple meals during that flight. And so when I order the gluten-free meal, I know that I'm getting a protein source, probably a carbohydrate that I don't need to eat, and then some other foods as well. Again, it's not about perfection, but it's about being consistent and setting yourself up for success for the rest of your trip. What to do next? Next time that you travel, take a look at what are the things that are the most important to you. Decide what you're not going to compromise on. Decide on your go list or your no-go list, and what are the essentials that you need. Again, for me, electrolytes are really important to me, and along with the water that I'm drinking. And then secondly is that some sort of snack that will not upset my digestion while I'm traveling. Let me leave you with this. Travel doesn't break your system. It exposes your system. And finally, what is the hardest part of eating the way you want while you're traveling?